News updates: Evil spirit in Røçk. Buhari's aides drop bombshell after Jonathan's aides reveals there's ghost in Røçk. Welcome to today's news, and thank you for tuning in to this channel. But please subscribe by clicking on the subscribe button and the bell for more updates. To the news details, please listen carefully till the end. Femi Adesina, the media advisor to President Muhammadu Buhari, denied seeing any bad spirits during his 8 years in the Røçk villa, despite Reuben Abati's claims to the contrary. Reuben Abati, the presidential spokesman for former President Goodluck Jonathan, said that there was a force higher than what we can imagine. In a piece titled "The Spiritual Side of Røçk", published in 2016, Reuben Abati said that a priest declared Røçk was full of spirits, evil spirits, and the state palace should be converted into a museum and abandoned. He said he was hot, had trouble breathing for 6 months, and never slept for an hour in the flat they provided him in that villa. In response to the allegations made by his predecessor 7 years before, Adesina said that he spent 8 years sleeping in the residence assigned to him in the presidential mansion, without ever encountering Abati's wild claims. Adesina said in a piece titled "The Good in Goodbye" that he had never encountered a strange sickness, and that nothing strange had ever happened to him while residing at the official house. He continued by saying that Aston Villa is not anyway related to Abati's reported tragedy. Adesina said, "My predecessor in office, Reed Assessor Dr. Reuben Abati, had alleged that Røçk Villa is haunted and should be turned to a museum, abandoned. True, I didn't see any of his rather wild claims, not in 8 years. To the glory of God, I never experienced anything like this. Human beings normally face one vicissitude or the other. It is part of life. But God equally spares his own. No ailment to nurse, other than things typical of aspiring senior citizens like me, and nothing died under the waist. Well, I spent in my house in the villa for 8 years. I slept in my house in the villa for 8 years, and I snored, even so loudly to wake myself up. So, it's really different strokes for different folks, and it really has nothing to do with Aso Villa. Yes, sound sleep is another good in goodbye. In order for us to serve you pardon. Now, Reuben Abati, who served as the spokesperson for the former President Goodluck Jonathan, said something concerning the Aso Villa, that there are ghosts in the Aso Villa, that there's a spiritual bindings. It is full of evil spirits, based on the fact that once anybody gets into the Aso Villa, different sicknesses comes to them. And he's claiming that he is not the first person that this will ever happen to, that evil spirit that gives sicknesses. And he has been saying this for a while now, whereby He actually spoke concerning the evil spirits rampantly, that the evil spirit is residing in Aso Villa, and it is actually the one that is causing the president and others that once they get into the house, they develop an ailment. It is not, he said, it is not ordinary. It is not an ordinary thing. And he spoke concerning himself that when his own son arrived, one of his brothers who came with the pastor who was supposed to stay in the apartment, they refused, claiming that the villa was full of evil spirits and that there would soon be a fire accident in the apartment. But now, Adeshino, who also resided in the Aso Villa for good 8 years, said during the time he was there, he did not see any evil spirits and his health not was not having issues, and that he was ill and healthy, and also he was sleeping and even snoring. So what Asovilla looks like for one person is different from what Asovilla looks for another person. But who is actually saying the truth? Is Asovilla truly full of evil spirits? What's your view to this? Please share your comments in the comment section. Thank you.